Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Friday edition of the Lall Show right here on Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM. My name is Josh, and of course, I'll be a moderator for this evening. And I believe I'm looking at something in front of me, and I'm happy to say, I don't know if I'll be correct, but I'll say it. I'll let the cat out of the bag. I'm happy to say that tonight's program might be about 15 minutes presentation, what I'm seeing in front of me. So I don't want to waste time. I'll now hand you over to the publisher of the Kaieteur News this evening as he makes his presentation. Mr. Lall, good evening to you. 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Thank you, Joshua. Welcome on board with me, guys. Thank you. And good night to all of Guyana, all of you who are listening around the world. Let me say a special good evening or namaste to all of you. I am beginning to see some of you sleeping away on me, and the program didn't even start as yet. You can't do that to me. You guys got to stop going to bed so early. If you go to bed too early, you will die. You'll wake up, die with death staring you and your family in front of your face. So you got to keep awake to see what's happening, to know what's going on in your country. It's important. Your future is at stake, every one of us. And we all have a bright one ahead. But it will depend on your voices and your power. Your voices and your power is the strength from the man above. Always remember that. I have two quotes for you tonight. Always remember that you are absolutely unique, just like everyone else. And the second one, in the end, it's not the years of life that counts, it's a life in your years that counts. Good night again. I wanted to talk to you guys tonight on signing bonus, production bonus, sliding scale bonus, and so many other bonuses that we haven't gotten. And many more. But I have to switch it like the three card game, ExxonMobil and the leaders playing with we, to focus on the bosses you all look up to in this land. They were in Parliament yesterday. I didn't get to listen much, but I heard them saying some things that is irrelevant to our lives and to our wealth in this land. They made me believe that I have my grandchildren them in Parliament. Nothing of substance they spoke about. You guys can go and listen to them. I didn't. I just read some of the things they said, and it just turned me off. These are your leaders you have. Guys, we are in greater danger than I thought of. Great danger lies ahead for all the citizens of this country and our Caribbean nations as a whole. But you must not give up. We should not give up. The fight continues. And we have to fight this fight, like I said, together to bring about the change that you want, to bring about a good life for all of us and for future generations. I have sent 27 questions to all the leaders of this country, seeking answers, asking them to come on the radio and explain to the nation the questions I sent to them. I did ask them to pick 5 or 3 at a time to come and let's have this frank discussion with their answers. Guyana, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of this beautiful country, the only answer I received was from the opposition leader, Mr. Joseph Harmon. I haven't received from any one of them that I sent it to. This is what the opposition leader said to me. Dear Glenn, with respect to your 27 questions on the oil and gas, President Ali and Vice President Jagdeo can provide all the answers to your questions since they have access to the documentation. He went on to say, I thank Attorney Melinda Janke and any other citizen who with their own resources take a stand for all of us Guyanese. Hear that? Mm-hmm. He went on, I support an approach to the government for reimbursement of expenses as they may deem fit in the circumstances. In short, he said the lady should be paid for the fight she's carrying out for Guyana. Wow. And the government should pay her. He said he thanked the lady and anybody else who used their resources to stand up for us as Guyanese. Hear that? We standing up for them, us, meaning himself, and he's the opposition leader. You know, I wonder if me and my staff can get any money too, Mr. Harmon. It's 27 years me and my staff have been standing up for you, your party, your supporters, the PPP leaders, their supporters, and all of Guyana. Anything there for we, Mr. Harmon? Wow. What a shame. This is utterly disgusting. Coming from the opposition leader of this country, and more so, an attorney at law. That woman went to court and got the judge to reverse something what he and he government did. He didn't see it fit as an attorney at law to correct it, to fix it when they were in government. You hear what's going on? An outsider had to come and take the matter to the court to change what he did. And he is proud of the lady to stand up for us. What kind of country is this?
It's not a real place.
Huh? Is this a real place?
Every day it seems not.
Huh? Wow. Is who really you guys standing up for?
Not so, none of us.
You are the one who should be standing up. Even to now, as an attorney at law and opposition leader, to use your resources to change many of the wrongs you all through on this country with the ExxonMobil contract. The oil blocks you guys give to ExxonMobil is illegal and unlawful too. As opposition leader and attorney, you guys should have corrected to safeguard the people of this country. Your supporters, your voters, all of us. And why not? Or you going to ask the PPP to correct it because them got the documents in their hands? Huh? Or another Melinda Janke going to take their resources to move to the court to correct it? Which one, Mr. Harmon? Guys, it is sad what is happening in this country. I am sorry to say this, but it's very, very sad. This is a man who was second in command in the David Granger administration, the Minister of State, who has the nerve to tell all Guyana through me that President Ali and Jagdeo can provide all the answers to my questions since they have access to the documentations. Are you believe this thing? Is this a real country, man? Huh? If this is not I pass, guys, if this is not disgusting, then somebody needs to say something. Anybody needs to tell me something. Basic, simple questions like why we don't have ring fencing provisions to protect Guyana from being robbed in the billions of American dollars year come, year go. And you need documentation to fix that, Mr. Joseph Harmon? Man, you got to be joking as the leader. We got to give 1 month notice to check the oil books. You need to see documentation to fix that. Huh? The people dumping produced water in the ocean, which is harmful and deadly to human life in so many ways, killing out our marine life every moment. You need to see documentation to change that, Mr. Harmon. You need documentation to know that flaring is deadly to the entire world and its people, which can be stopped or curtailed immediately. You need Jagdeo and Ali to answer that. What really you telling this nation, man? Huh? Y'all signed the worst contract as a government ever in the history of mankind for the last 100 years. None all contract resemble ours. And you need documentation for change that or to talk about that. Are you serious? You guys really, are you the real opposition leader in this country? You really want to see Guyanese life and livelihood better? You really standing up for the people of this country? You really love them people who vote for y'all? Or you love yourself? Why we have no say on the costs of the day-to-day operations? You need documentation to answer these questions? Huh? Are you see the kind of leaders that we have in Islam? You guys are really lawyers? You guys are for real? So you are telling this nation you don't know the day-to-day cost in the spending of the opposition leader office? Is that what you're telling us? You're telling me you can't answer the day-to-day spending at your attorney at law office? You mean to tell this nation you don't know the monthly cost of your house? What you're spending? What you're buying? You see how sad this nation is? Very sad. Like I always say, I am not upset with you, life. I am astonished. You need to see documents to tell the nation who checking we oil out there as it comes up, Mr. Harmon? Is that what you're saying? You got to see documents to answer how much money ExxonMobil taking out now up front to clean up the yard 20 years from now. What a Guyana this is, man. What a Guyana this is. Guy, you got to see documents to speak to this nation as to what we have in place to rescue the citizens in case of a well blowout or a disaster happen out there. You got to see documents for that. Like I said, you people for real? Guys, this is how they have been running this country for the last 30 years. Yes, ask them. Them in office. That's what we tell now. I ask them in office. Them got the paperwork. It's the same thing the PPP they're doing. Robert Prasad, when he was asked by my reporter to provide the names of the people who get the oil blocks and the lawyers who sign on behalf of the people who get the oil blocks, he said he not in government now and he is in America right now. He ain't got no documents. The documents they are GGMC with the new government and how he ain't got access to it. Maybe he should release the information now, seeing he's back in the government. What do you say, man?
Definitely.
Huh? But you know what he will say? He not in that ministry working anymore, so he can't get access to it too. This is the kind of drumbeat game these people playing with you. The 3-card game they're playing with every citizen of this country. Yeah. They're playing with your livelihood. They're playing with your future generation too. Jagdeo and all of them were saying the same thing. Ask the coalition. Ramjatan and Granger. Now Harman, imagine this, Harman was the lead man on this ExxonMobil contract. Now he telling we, ask President Ali and Mr. Jagdeo. The documents is under their control. You guys see the back and forth, right? What you call it? The googly the bowling? Yeah, this is what they're doing. Mr. Harman need to see documents to tell y'all what them put in place for a rescue team to save all of we in case of a disaster. Yeah. He need to see documents to tell we what them put in place. Couple ballahu and some blow up balloons to save all of we. He can't remember. He need to see documents for that. He need to see documents that Guyana has to get full cover insurance to protect us, our lives, our livelihood, our Caribbean brothers and sisters, dear lives and dear livelihoods. He need documents to tell for say we need insurance. Yes, he need to see documents to a simple insurance question. I hope you guys not sleeping away on me, you know. If you continue like this, I'll see in some of you. From next week, I stop this program. I am certain that he and all the rest of the leaders' properties have insurance. Them life must get insurance too. Yes. But me and you lives, me and you properties doesn't matter. We, properties and lives, doesn't need insurance from the oil company. No, Mr. Harman. No, Mr. Ali. Jagdeo. No, we lives and we property and matter. Guys, by law, Guyana's law, not ExxonMobil law, says that a company A company cannot have more than 60 oil blocks. Let me repeat it so you understand it. Stick. The law says no one should have more than 60 oil blocks. Wow. Wow. Mr. Trotman, Mr. Harmon are still lawyers. Them give ExxonMobil 600 oil blocks and still need to see documents to answer that question. How do you like that? This is beautiful Guyana, man. Yes. I'm not upset with you, life. I am astonished. Every 5 years, let me repeat, every 5 years, the oil companies does have to relinquish, is a big word, it means give up, 20% of the oil block they have under their control. Why you guys extend that time, Mr. Harmon? You don't need documentation for this, man. You're a lawyer. You're the opposition leader. And more importantly, these things were signed under your stewardship, your leadership. You still want to see documents from Mr. Ali and Mr. Jagdeo? Well, I promise you, I will write them tomorrow and ask them to send you everything so you can see, and then you will come and answer the questions. I know all the answers, and I think every citizen who listens to this, them know the answers. Yes, they know the answers. Them know the 3-card game. You are playing with the lives of the Caribbean people, not only Guyana, the Caribbean people. Wait, another Melinda Janky gotta come to this country to correct this too. And Mr. Harmon, Mr. Jagdeo, Mr. Ali, let me say this. If I was a lawyer, I would have carried all of you to the courts, to the Guyana courts. I am certain that all Guyana will get justice right here. How unlawful y'all actions were. I would not have to go to the CCJ or the War Court. I am certain the people will get justice for all what y'all doing to the region and its people from our own judges right here in Guyana. A company only allow 60 oil blocks by law. And you giving them 600? Man, is what really going on in this land? Guys, 60 oil blocks could have made our lives much happier with signing bonus alone. Just a 60. Y'all give away 600 to one company. Come on, man. Come on. Can people find some lawyers for me? Are we going to take every one of them to the court? All of them. You with me, guys? You can get some lawyers for me? Because it seems we got to take them to court. And they're proud of us moving to the court. We the citizens. Wow. Wow. And you guys, because you guys are lawyers, you can represent yourselves. Yeah, we would need lawyers, not you. All of you are lawyers. They don't need to say, you don't need no answer from the citizens. Right? So we will take them there to answer to the court. as lawyers and in government. Who knows? The law. The law breaks. And now they're telling us they want to see documentation for answer them question this. These are smart people.
Lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
Brilliant.
I want to repeat this question. Let me repeat this question to all of you. Is it that you guys are receiving something or some personal benefits from the oil companies that is preventing all of you from seeking renegotiation of these oil contracts? Huh? This shouldn't be a hard question. A matter of fact, it is a yes or no. I have said to you and all the leaders I have sent these questions to, I don't want any one of you to answer all 27 of the questions, man. It's too much to talk about on one program. I tell you all to pick 5 or 3 out of the 27 so we could have discussed it here tonight. Wait, buddy. In lieu of what I have said there, are you telling me that those are hard questions? Difficult questions? That you need to see documents before you can answer those questions? Mr. Harman? Did you see any documents before you go to check on the little mangroves the people remove on the West Bank to build their shore bases?
Exactly.
Did you? Wow. How come the little grass by the waterside so important to you that it catch your eyes, warrants your attention and presence there? May I ask? Cutting that little mangroves going to destroy Guyana and the people. You see the interest these people have? Yes, it's sad.
Small-minded.
It's very sad. Our brilliant lawyer and opposition leader will focus on little mangroves in which people hustling to make a few dollars from the oil business. But can't answer simple, important questions to safeguard not a few villages, but the entire Caribbean. He and his team was on a boat in the Demerara River going to see the little grass removal. But can't take the same boat or a bigger one to protect all of us with what they're doing to us out there every single day with the oil meter. The dumping of the produced water, the flaring that is killing even he slowly. That is important to him. Rest of man say, him can't see blood clot dripping on his head. But him a notice mosquito bite him. Yeah. You see these people you have for leaders? Things that are harmful and deadly to the entire Caribbean is not important to these people. Our lives and livelihood don't matter to him and his team or the leaders of the land. No. Everything is for foreigners. I wonder what's going on between the oil company and them. I'm a little stupid, I didn't go far in school. You know that, right?
Doesn't appear that way.
Yes, I don't know. It looks like it's some kind of zombie business going on here, man. I know everybody just go after good looks in life. Oh, maybe the white people more good looking than the Guyanese people. What do you think, man? Huh? Well, I just saying something, man. Guyanese, I am not upset with life. I am astonished. History will not only judge you, my friend. The Creator is watching. And you guys know he doesn't sleep. He doesn't. A young man just visited me today for a job. As we were chatting, the man tell me GRA just call him to settle a $400,000 in taxes where he owed him at the place he used to work before. That is what GRA turned to now. Running down an ordinary citizen, a Guyanese, what can't find work. But they calling the man phone to come and settle. To come and settle the outstanding 2,000 US. While we leaders, not only collecting bonus, signing bonus, production bonus, sliding scale bonus, no taxes from the oil company them. They're fetching away in the billions of American dollars. Our money. Our leaders have GRA officers calling the ordinary citizen of this country and say you have a 400,000 outstanding where you've been at work before. Wow. Penny wise. And this is not pound foolish. This is not pound foolish. This is not even tons foolish. Man, this is upside down what they're doing in this land to our citizens, to our brothers and sisters. They can't run down the foreign workers here. You know they don't pay any taxes, right? Any foreigners don't pay no taxes in this country. If I'm serious, yes I am.
More than serious.
ExxonMobil pays nothing. ExxonMobil contractors pay no taxes. ExxonMobil subcontractors pays nothing. All their employees pay nothing. Yeah? Fetching away your wealth. Our gold, our diamond, our bauxite, our timber, everything. And none of them pay taxes. Yes. Yes. This is GRA. This is not Guyana, Mr. Harmon. This is where y'all put in a young man through. Desperate. Desperate to find a work. To feed his family. And you got the officers them calling the man. Hello, you got outstanding taxes to pay. Guyana, the signing bonus alone. What Guyana missed out on from ExxonMobil in the Stabroek block alone. Listen to me carefully, man. I'm going to talk about it Monday. I'm going to expound on it Monday night. Would have changed this whole country and all of us' life. Had we gotten a decent signing bonus from ExxonMobil on the Stabroek block alone. You hear that, Mr. Harmon? Your government didn't have to borrow money every year to run this country. PPP government now did not have to go to the bank to borrow 100 million to run this country. No. We would have had more than enough to swing this whole country around. Yeah. GRA did not have to run down the young man. You see? Now they're writing you. A while ago they used to write you. Now they're calling you on your phone. I should give them Harmon and Ali and Jack Dave them number. If you guys call me, I'll give you the number. I'm going to say you're speaking to Mr. President. They're calling you on your phone to come settle little couscous money. You barely got to feed your picnic them.
Crumbs.
Way to go, man. Way to go, Harmon and Jagdeo. I am not upset with you, life. I am astonished. Yeah, man. I'm getting tired with you people. At Tony at Lall. The man who said, he was instructed. You know who?
Yes.
Mr. Raphael Trotman. He's another one. Attorney at law.
Yes.
The man who said he was instructed and directed
Yes.
to sign the ExxonMobil contract. He has a degree from one of the best universities in the world
Harvard.
on contract negotiation. Yes, Harvard, yeah. And this one-sided, lopsided, no-sided, the worst in the world contract, he accepted for we.
Yes.
Guyana, yes. He read my questions and didn't respond. Why Guyana?
His throat.
Read through the lines what is going on in this country. The simplest of questions by now, I think all of you, all Guyana can answer them. But they are playing stupid Panalawi. This is what has been going on with them for the last 30 years.
Yes.
I have seen it. I have lived it.
Yes.
Sleep it and dream it. 27 years in the news business.
Yes.
And I asked them 27 questions. And it looked like I will have to wait 27 years to get them for answer. Yes. It wasn't by choice. It was coincident that I asked them 27 questions. What came to me, I wrote.
Yes.
You know, so it wasn't that I planned that.
Right.
I swear it, I didn't plan it.
Came from the above.
Yes, the man above directed me to ask them those 27. Only 27. I have 3 more for them that just came. And I make a note of it. And I have like 5,000 questions more to them. But I want them to come on the radio. I want them to come on the radio. And they're much more simple. They're much more simple. Yeah. Yep. Guys, the answer that I want to give y'all ain't gonna like it. We are heading back into slavery.
Yes.
If we don't die
Yes.
by then, with all the flaring, dumping, and produced water,
Yes.
with all those deadly chemicals in the ocean
That's right.
and into our atmosphere, if we don't get these things stopped,
We're gonna die.
if we don't get those contracts changed,
We're gonna die.
yes, you're going to die before the 27 years come. The oil will done, and you don't want to think about the destruction that will left behind for those poor and tired nation that we will be leaving. We will be leaving them to fix, to correct, to patch up, or to do whatever, just to get a life going. Google. Just Google. Google is here. Google what happened in many, many countries
Yes.
across this world where these oil companies
Yes.
worked. Yeah. I will pray for all of you. And I ask you to please pray for them too. I am not upset with you, life.
I'm astonished.
I'm surprised. As for our President Ali
Yes.
and Vice President Jagdeo,
Yes.
them both read the questions
No answer.
and maybe, just maybe, they fell in a coma. I haven't heard or see them back online since they read the questions. Have you guys heard from them?
No.
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 Please call me and let me know. Maybe we have an acting president and an acting vice president. May I hear from them?
You're on life support.
Man. Yeah, maybe. Man, out of anybody in the PPP, I thought that Mr. Jagdeo, the man that run this country as president for 12 years, still played a great role in President Ramatar tenure. Yeah, because he walked in the president office, Ramatar office, called Khurshid Sattar and give him instructions in front President Ramatar to come seize my vehicle.
Wow. Wow.
That man died. Before he died, I will talk his story now.
Yes.
Called me to meet him in the middle of the road. In the middle of the road on Sheriff Street to apologize and say, Mr. Lall, forgive me. And I told him I forgive him. He told me that. He said Jagdeo was the president
Yes.
because Ramatar didn't want him to seize the vehicle.
Wow.
And he said, go and seize it now. Yeah. Me and my family was out of the country.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. He played that role there.
Wow.
He's back in office now as vice president of this country.
President.
Yeah, man. This financial guru. And now he's in charge of the oil sector. This oil industry.
Wow.
Our President Ali put him in charge. Man, at least,
Put himself in.
out of everybody else in this world, I would have expected him to say, Glenn, these are the answers to your questions. Yeah. You know, not a single word, not a single text, you know. He could at least say something or say, Glenn, I will come and answer your questions. Just give me a little time, a little busy, you know. A busy burying the dead donkey the gas ashore. You know? Yes. Or a busy putting back them cane cutter to cut cane in the hot sun. Wow. Why lose money? Man, I got to tell you all this story before I continue this topic.
Tell us.
Sugar.
Sugar.
He get the new resource minister. What your name again? This guy, the headmaster. Sometimes I don't even want to remember his name.
Mr. Barrett.
Mr. Barrett. He namesake. To sing the same estate song. He said how Enmore Estate is coming back on stream for give people work. They bring a man in say sing. We used to live in the US. Why I believe can run a foul pen and put him to manage the affairs of Guy Suku. Can you believe this thing?
No.
Man, this is unthinkable. What the minister said? Jagdeo and President Ali. Guys, what them doing with the sugar cane is not insanity. You guys gotta help me find another word to describe what they're doing to with the sugar industry.
Madness.
Corruption.
These people gotta have something going on with foreigners
Yes.
that none of us know.
Yes. Really.
This gotta be a jumbie business. What them alone can see. Here it is. Them selling our sugar to the foreign people between 80,000 and 106,000 per metric ton. And we own people got to pay 200,000 per metric ton. Man, you want me to repeat?
Yes. Repeat it, please.
They must sell to foreign company per metric ton 80,000, between 80 and 106. And they must sell the Guyana market for 200,000 per metric ton.
So the foreigners is cheaper
Yes.
than the locals.
Yes.
Widening the deficit.
Yeah, man. The local paying double the price.
Right.
What are giving the foreign man for?
Poor paying more.
Man, you hear what I say, man? Me and you paying more. Me and you paying double the price for sugar, while the foreign people getting sugar for less than half what we paying. Man, this is business.
Yes.
Mr. Say Singh, Mr. Jagdev, Mr. Ali, and the headmaster. This is business. Here a little piece more, man. Before I go away, it's Friday. I gotta go away. I gotta go. This thing is unthinkable. The sugar cost in Guyana, 20 cents, which is far to Guyana $1 per pound. They must sell the foreign man for 30 cents a pound. And while the Guyanese people have charge them 80 cents per pound.
Oh my word.
Father, above,
Help us.
you got to help this nation.
Yes.
Please, you got to help them. And you got to help these leaders. Guys, nothing the PPP, the AFC and the PNC put together or has put their hand on that has ever been profitable or successful. Nothing.
Yeah.
Guys, everything they put hand on, turn caca.
Dead.
Failed.
Man, you had the GPL running at a last. The water authority. I run. I give away dirty water
Celebrate party.
for drink. Making less. Because them boys eating out the money. And instead they drink water, they're drinking fine wine. They're spending hundreds of millions. Holding parties and anniversaries. Traveling, drinking, and eating. And them still owe them small contractors what work for them, what maintaining the wells for them. Could you believe this?
No way.
Huh?
No way.
As for we gold, we diamond, and we bauxite, and timber, and the rest of our minerals we have, the leaders are paying the foreigners to come and fetch it away. What a Guyana we live in, man.
Fucking hell.
What a Guyana this is.
No tax.
Huh? Just a little note. A man named John called me since the 20th of March. The man tell me a bauxite ship named Bulk 2 passed and broke into pieces. The man little boat where he farming with and drive past. He said next morning he wake up, he see pieces of the boat. You hear me?
Yes.
He live Dora. That's halfway between Linden and Timeri. The man said he called them. They promised him to come and fix it. And to now, they can't go fix the man boat. The man got to borrow his brother boat
Wow.
when it's available to go check his farm and pick a little thing and bring up for eat. Are you see what's going on in this country? Is the foreign boat Bulk or I don't remember the name. Bulk 2. Bauxite boat. Did that. They're making trillions. Broke up a poor man livelihood. And 20th of March to now is how long, man? Remember I didn't into school. That's 11 months, right? No, 27 months. Sorry. It's 27 boat. 27 questions. 27 years. Sorry. From March to now. That man, you're laughing. That man is suffering. That man called me today again.
Wow.
Huh?
No justice.
Wow.
No justice.
Wow. Let me go back to my story, man. As for the rice industry, I don't even know if that exists in Guyana. Or maybe it's living in them leaders' bedroom. Soon, all of us will be importing rice under the stewardship of the leaders of this country. Yeah. I don't know where that is. Well, as for the gas to shore
Oh,
project,
dead donkey.
I told you guys many times that dead. them shame for shut the eye and bury him. But when it comes to the oil sector, the oil and gas industry, this one gonna bury all of we with we leaders alive. It don't start happening. We got a 50-50 equal share and don't know nothing what going on out there. We got to wait months for ExxonMobil to come to shore with them boat, with the records to show we what we getting and what going on there. Mr. Harmon, Mr. Ali, you see what's going on? You think ExxonMobil shareholders can wait a month to know what's going on? Them does know every day, because ExxonMobil does have to report to them on an hourly basis. But Guyana, our own half in the business, got to wait for the boat to sail to shore months for our information. Yeah. They got helicopters. What paying? What we paying? We paying every 15 minutes flying in and out from Ogle. We leaders got to wait for ExxonMobil to send information with a boat. Maybe with a balau. This is Guyana, guys. This is beautiful Guyana. Guys, you got mango trees in your back dam. And every month, your business partner coming to your house to tell you how much truckload he sell per month. And you sitting down in your house waiting on that. That is business?
No.
I don't even have to ask what you guys gonna do. I know the answer. But that is how the leaders running the oil business, our oil business, that is how the leader gonna make Guyana into Dubai overnight. Excuse me. Them doesn't even know the name of the ships that fetching out the oil every month, much less the amount of ships coming and going out of Guyana. I am not upset with you, life. No. I am astonished. Brothers and sisters, Guyanese, when I looked at what went on in Africa, Asia, and in some Arabian countries with their leaders and the people's wealth, man, when I see how these people are suffering, it breaks my soul. What I'm seeing now going on in this country with our leaders, I am sorry to say this, doomsday approaching faster than you can wake in the morning.
Yes.
You just got to Google it, man, and see what's happening in those countries. Some of them, most of them live with less than 300 Guyana dollar a day. The leaders of those countries were extremely corrupt, that has several hundreds of millions of their citizens living like animals. Guys, worst will happen here. What is going on in Guyana with our leaders? Heed my warning, please.
Yes.
Please. Our leaders' actions seem to be so glutton
Greedy.
that come Monday, I will show you guys proof how glutton, selfish, and greedy some of them are.
Yes.
They will sell their own families to enrich themselves, much less me and you, the citizens of this country in the Caribbean. You see why I have to walk out? You see why I have to walk out? I have to walk out from Jagdeo presentation and ExxonMobil consultation meetings. Wait, man. I see them pushing poison down my mouth. And I sitting there for them to push it down my throat to kill me?
And I swallowing it.
No, man. I got to be an idiot or a moron to stick around them. You see your neighbor? You see your neighbor who never drive a big truck coming down the street full speed in a dangerous manner. You standing up at the roadside?
No.
Huh? Yeah, no, you get out of the way. Well, it's the same way I see them. I gotta get out of the way. They're poison to my soul. And they're poison to all of our souls.
Yes.
Please,
So true.
please. You're seeing danger before you. You're your family, the nation, the Caribbean, and you're sticking around with people like them?
No way.
Well, not Glenn Lall.
No way.
Not Glenn Lall. Yeah, I'll go if I want, not me. You see the destruction oil company do to all them nations, and you in safeguarding your people, Mr. Harman and Mr. Jagdev? Come on, man. Wake up. Wake up. Brothers and sisters. And them got in nerve to say Glenn Lall is rude and disrespectful. Oh, Papa. I'm so happy and proud that you make me the way I am. Thank you. I love you. As for the ex-president Ramatar, Granger and Samines, I didn't say anything about them, and I don't want to hear anything from them. And I have my reasons. Don't ask me, I wouldn't tell y'all. Them is not in the tricky card game. Them three should go and sit down together at the Marriott every night and sip 3 glasses of the best wine and stay whining, be happy. Yeah. Before I end, let me add 2 more questions to the 27, so it will go to 29. Can you guys say how the livelihood of any citizen, man or woman, has improved since we found and started producing oil?
No. No.
Got worse.
Huh? We keep hearing that Guyana will be the next Dubai in the Caribbean. Where is the plan, Mr. Ali, Mr. Jagdeo, Mr. Harman, and Mr. Ramchatan? Where is the plan? We need to see the plan. Put out a statement to see how we are going to make Guyana into the next Caribbean Dubai. As for Mr. Ramchatan, the AFC boss man, he opened the message, read it, and maybe he is still consulting with his other consultants or party officials on how to answer the questions. I did send the questions to the online radio station. This is what I want to tell you. I sent it to the online radio station that y'all like to run and go there. So you guys can go there. The question, you don't want to come here, go there, they'll ask you. Brothers and sisters, Guyanese, fellow citizens of this country, the PNC playing ping pong, the AFC playing round tennis, and the PPP playing pong ping with your life. And when them gang up in one room, them just play the tricky card, Padalawi. Thanks for your protection and guidance, Father.
Yes.
Thank you. I will keep the fire burning for all Guyana, for all mankind. Yes, all. Good night, and may God bless you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Questions?
Appliance Technician, 99 2nd Street.
Right here on Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM. Let me remind you the telephone numbers for you to call us on is 226-7453 and 226-7454. You can also call us on 618-2220. Let me just remind you quickly that when you're calling us, we appreciate that, but we really will appreciate if you can lower the volume of whichever device you're listening to us from. If not, of course, it is very good. I think we have a contributing institute that may want to pose some questions.
Very edifying. I will start my question today from the last question I have here because I think that's the most important one. But given what you have said, the little that you've said on your program, and under the previous administration, Guyana have been taking loans to offset expenses, the country expenses, and now this present administration is doing the same thing. And now these loans obviously have an interest attached to them. So are you saying in spite of we extracting oil, we sinking deeper?
Well, we're not getting anything. We are just paying. We are paying. The interest rate alone we are paying is more than we budget on the loan out there.
That we borrowing to run our affairs.
We didn't borrow it. We allow ExxonMobil to go and pledge our wealth to the international banking institutions, took their loans, and that's what they're working on there.
And that's all making money.
And we paying the interest rate there.
Yeah, but
we don't know. We don't even know the interest rate. We don't even know if they really took 20 million.
That they're claiming.
Yeah.
Because they can't be trusted.
No, they can't be trusted.
Given the way they're doing business. But I think the question really is, Guyana still is borrowing money to run the affairs of the country.
Of course.
So
wait. If you need $300 to run your house per day, you went to the bank to borrow 100. That's what Guyana doing right now.
So we have two sets of interests and a loan. So we are sinking deeper.
Correct.
Is that what you're saying, right?
Exactly.
Thank you very much for clearing that up.
Exactly.
And also, you mentioned during your course of presentation that the contract with ExxonMobil is illegal. Could you expound on that a bit? Because most persons probably would not understand.
Well, illegal, it's not even illegal. It's not even a contract. Okay?
Okay. It's atrocious.
Keith Rowley and many other leaders around the world change worse contract than that. Our contract has a provision that says the contract can be renegotiated if both parties agreed. Okay? Now we have our leaders know that.
But they're not budget.
They're not asking. They're not even begging to say, Exxon, come, let's sit down and talk. Them are go beg bank for borrow money to pay interest to feed this country. When they can go to Exxon and say, hey, stop this thing. Let the people of this country enjoy their wealth.
Get a better deal.
But they're not going for a better deal. So, and the question you have to ask is why?
Well then,
man, I said which night, even a junkie, you give a junkie money in your hand, the junkie turn back and say, oh brother, give me a few dollars more, man.
You can negotiate.
Yes, but we leaders, one of them, Trotman, who went to Harvard, has a degree on contract negotiation. Not a word you're hearing. Not a word you're hearing. So you just got to read through the line and see what's happening.
So they're all united in this.
Exactly.
For the first time, our leaders are united. For a very long time.
Man, they're brothers and sisters, man. They're one family.
Partners in crime.
So this is a serious situation. The force of leaders are
If
united,
it's serious?
but they're united against us, which
If
is
it-
unfortunate as
if-
relates to the
Exactly.
to our foreigners. Something is wrong.
Exactly. This is why when I see little protests around the street, I see them running around with a protest card saying about harm on this no, you guys are protesting for the wrong things. Protest for a renegotiation of the contract. Throw away that contract, tear it up. It has no value for you. And once it has no value for you, your leaders will continue to beg, to thief, to borrow, to feed our children the peanuts. That's what will happen. You'll continue to starve.
Yes.
You'll continue to drive on those roads
Donkey carts.
with donkey carts on it. And of course, exactly, you'll be using donkey carts all over again. By now, had we had a decent contract, all of us would have been driving Mercedes-Benz.
Because as you rightly said, from the time Guyana started extracting oil, our cost of living have increased. We've dropped more into poverty.
And where you get it?
Prices are skyrocketing. Everything is going on.
Exactly. What is there for you?
Another important question, based upon the correspondence between yourself and Mr. Harmon, he said he needs documentation, and the documentation is with the present administration. But it wasn't Mr. Harmon's administration that released the contract. Isn't the contract documentation enough to tell you, listen, we need to do something about this?
No. So you asked a good question there. The documentation is the contract. The contract, Harmon them sign the contract. If you sign a contract, you don't know where you sign, man?
Well, obviously, it's supposed
Good,
to.
sit down there. Now you come out, you know where you sign. You don't ever see the document back, do you?
No.
That's what he's telling
But
us.
isn't that public knowledge?
That's what he's telling us, man. That's what he's telling us. You sign a contract to sell your mommy house, and you don't know where you sell it for? That's my point. Yeah, take it, you get it
So
from
you
calls?
can call us this evening on 226-7453 and 226-7454 on the...
It's Friday night, everybody go and have a good time. you have COVID restrictions in place, and I myself want to go.
Well, you have an hour.
Before the pause, the caller name?
No, not as yet.
Well, just quickly, these other questions, since until they seem to be busy. Are you serious? Based upon the disposition of our leaders as relates to this oil issue, do you think they're unaware of what's happening, or they're just playing the fool with us?
Man, you ask me such a hard question. They're playing the fool? They're playing the fool? What kind of question you asking me, man? Playing fool? Come on, man.
Caller, good evening to you. Welcome to the Glen Lall Show.
Playing fool?
Yeah, good night.
Good night to you.
You come from
I'm
Glen
on
School?
the Lall Show.
Yes, you are.
I would like to say something.
Go ahead.
Because, these leaders is they converting the Guyanese citizens' access to their own uses. And these things, like if a junkie they do that, they would have been going to face the court.
Exactly.
I think I have a better place on them to go straight to prison, but I would send them straight to the psychiatric ward because I think they are very crazy. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Have a good evening. Go ahead.
Good night, Mr. Lall.
Good
A
night.
listener online had a great question. He wanted to know, just like how the Caribbean came together when they had the voting issue here, why aren't they coming together to help Guyana now with this contract, this lopsided contract?
No, they can't. They can't intervene. It's like a family issue. If I'm doing business with my neighbor, other neighbors can't come in. It's like if I'm selling you my property, right? Or I'm signing a contract with you, my neighbor. You understand? Other neighbors can't come in. That's a private business. Like Guyana is a private business between Guyana and Exxon.
1 second before you ask your question. Caller, good evening to you. Welcome to the Glenn Lall Show.
Hi, Glenn Lall Show.
Yes, sir.
You are.
Hold on a minute, please. Cut that off. Cut it off. Take it off. Glenn,
Yes, sir.
I'm coming from Barbados.
Yes, sir.
Right. The president came in Barbados right for the flood and all that thing there. And what he said that this is a stage 2 situation in Guyana and so on. Right? And he goes to the international people for help. Right? Okay. We giving out our wealth freely to the people, and then we go beg them people for as a calabash for a little bit of money.
Exactly. He learned that from Jack Dale.
Huh? Tell me, is it what kind of how can a president make that kind of statement?
Brother,
Yes, sir.
hold on the line. Let me repeat this thing, man. We are the richest people on earth now.
Exactly.
And them chapters got begging mentality.
Right.
They don't have business mentality.
Correct.
They're waiting for a situation to happen for beg.
Man, stop the situation.
Huh?
Listen to me carefully. You don't get what I said there just now.
Yeah, yes, I
we
heard
are
you.
filthy rich,
We are.
but we have a begging mentality. We don't have a
Exactly.
business mentality. Listen to me. They're giving away the thing
Aye.
by the billions, and I'm a beg for a few
calabash,
thousand.
calabash.
Listen to me, man. They're begging for a few thousand to
Right.
come help clean one little sore up on my foot.
Oh boy. Think about it.
Have a
Think
good
about
night.
it.
Have a good night,
Okay.
sir.
Thank
All right. Yes, you can go ahead with your question.
I was going back to the issue with our neighbors. Maybe if something were to happen, we don't have insurance. What's Trinidad going to do if we pollute their environment,
Trinidad.
destroy their systems?
Exactly. That's a beautiful question. If something happens here, well, so the Caribbean people are now speaking up
They have to.
because they see danger in front of them.
Exactly.
So that's the only way now, as you are
They
right.
can intervene.
That's the only way you can, and another neighbor can step in. Because if a neighbor is in danger, then
All right. Told right. Caller, good evening. Welcome to the Glenn Lall Show.
they can step in.
Hi, good night.
Good night, sir. Quickly, your contribution.
Mr. Ramutar signed to buy a pig in a bag, which is in a bag with in a C sign. Thank
What?
you, Dad.
Sorry, I'm not hearing you. Hello? All right. We lost it. He was just making a contribution. I'm not
Okay.
too sure what he said.
Okay. Yes, that's the only way a neighbor can intervene. If the arrangement you have with a contract, if they can be affected, they can intervene. They can open them out. But your question, Ms. Milena, is that if Trinidad or any other countries is affected, they can sue Guyana.
Yes.
and that's what might happen.
1 second before you continue. Caller, good evening. Welcome to the Glenn Lall Show.
Good evening, Mr. Lauren Panel.
Good evening,
evening.
sir.
Feeling that home is junkie. Take the back shot to the 5 year. So this now this country can make the 600 back that Exxon let go back to 60.
Yes, I am positive, but we got to get lawyers. We got to get lawyers on board. And the lawyers, like, nobody wants to fight for Guyanese, or nobody wants to help in the fight. If we get lawyers, we can fight that. I am ready. I'm ready for the fight. But you got to get lawyers to do that.
But we got lawyers right here, and it's a benefit for everybody.
Well, if you can get them, you can call me. You have my number.
Thank you so much, sir.
All right.
Bye-bye. Go ahead.
Following up on the listener's question, the Bajan Prime Minister, she got involved doing the voting. So why can't they get involved now in the system?
It's a different situation.
Different game altogether.
It's a different game altogether. They got involved and the world gets involved with democracy.
Correct.
If democracy is falling apart, the international body steps in. There's a forum for that. But when it comes to private transactions, sir, listen to me carefully. When it comes to private business transaction, nobody gets involved with that. Not even the court gets involved with that. If I sell you my house that worth $10 million for $500,000, no court can do anything about that.
Precisely.
Okay? No court can do anything. Nobody can do anything about that. I sell you. I sign this contract with you for $500. That's it. Final. Go ahead.
But Mr. Lall, are you saying while Guyanese are being enslaved, trafficked by these foreigners, are you saying the world can remain silent and not try to help us?
Again, I'm saying it's a private business transaction. You and the person. Let's say my father had done that with you. It left on me. If my father doesn't want to go, I can come to you and say, sir, please. You took advantage of my father. My father had stroke. He wasn't in his righted mind. And he sell you this thing. But you know you take advantage on him. Let's give me something. Talk to me. That's the position we're in right now. Right? But our contract goes a little further. It allows for renegotiation. But both parties have to agree. And that's simple. And our leader's not even asking for that, bro. This thing is mind-boggling. You know that you can go and say, listen, guy, I need to renegotiate this thing. And we leader not even asking for that. Them begging to eat. They begging for food to feed their children. And know that, hey, all the property there, we can claw back some money from them. But they're not even asking. They're happy go begging, paying a loan to feed their family.
Caller, good evening to you.
It's sickening.
Sorry about that. 1 second.
Hold.
Okay, go ahead. You go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, Glenn. This is Vijay from Orlando.
Yeah.
You know, my contribution is not much talking, but I write a lot on Facebook and social media to support you. I'm amazed that they bring a man named Se Singh, who is to work the flour mill, to destroy further what they call the sugar industry. And now, we have a common friend named Peter Ramsarup, begging the people from New York to go and invest in Guyana. When at one time he came to Orlando, and he told Mr. Vibert Boudou and Mr. Corton, myself, and a whole set of people, a public disclosure, that what the PPP did to him. And now, he's begging the Guyanese to go and invest in Guyana in that kind of scampishness and Ponzi scheme. Where are the intellectuals of the PPP? Where are they today? Where is Ravi Dev and all these people today? They only know about democracy when election time comes. What they are doing to the Guyanese people, all Indians are keeping quiet. Look what Jack Dave did to Maurice R. June and his family. Nobody opened their mouth apart from KN and a few other people.
I stood up.
That's all I have to say, my friend.
Thank you.
It is sad, very, very sad. What you are doing, you're not getting support.
No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that, Vijay. You gone?
No, I'm here.
No. You can't say I'm not getting support. I'm not looking for support. I am looking to educate the nation, brother. That's all I want. What I'm doing every day is to teach people what is happening.
At the same time,
yes,
people must also know to stand up for their rights.
Yes.
I agree. But like I've said many times, Vijay, this industry that I am barking on, I am fighting with, it's not large, it's not huge, it's gigantic. I had a Trinidadian friend that worked in the industry 36 years. He knows, I think he's one of the smartest man I've met for only 8 weeks. And this man tell me, Glenn, he's 36 and he worked 36 years in the oil industry and he ain't no quarter of the trickery in the oil industry. So this thing that I'm on, I am only in it for 5 years. The little that I know, a little, not even one of 1,000 that I know. I can speak a lifetime on. So it's a lot. And like I'm saying, I'm so happy that we were able to see the oil contract due to Mr. David Granger up front. So we are not lost. Listen, man, we are not in the losing side of life. We will get it. But unless I do things like this and educate the people and they understand, then you will see the power will rise. Power comes from the man above. And that's what he's doing to me. He's using me to educate. I'm the messenger. I just tell people I'm the minibus. I fetch in the passenger and drop them off wherever they gotta go. That has been my job for 27 years with the newspaper. And now I'm on the radio, actually speaking to the people. Most of these people, I know them inside out. And I'm so happy. Most of the things that I'm saying on the radio was written in the newspapers. When I talked about people, when I talked about how many hundreds of millions of people starving in all those African countries, I have written those things several years ago in the papers. But you see, like I said, the economy, people don't have money to buy a newspaper. Then when you do read it, people don't understand it because of the language, the different types of what do we call? They have different ways to say things in the oil sector. That's why I am here to break it down. Very simple. A simple thing, Vijay, like signing bonus. How many people in this country understand what's a signing bonus?
Most people don't.
Exactly.
I've been very lucky. Very lucky to have traveled to Asia, Europe, and see how the oil industry operates. I have personal friends in Nigeria in the business. And it is so sad that our neighbors, Suriname, they haven't brought up an ounce of oil, but they have been able to get a bonus so big.
Well, not only I'll be speaking on that Monday. I'll be talking about signing bonuses. You know what Guyanese people know about? End of year bonus, annual bonus.
End of year bonus.
No. The point I'm making, Vijay, is that very few people understand what's a signing bonus and what it means for Guyana, what it means for you. They think it's like a little, okay man, I work a little hard, look a little change. No, it's not. So Monday I'll be speaking on that. There's so many things going on. So, I prepared 2 programs. I wanted to talk about two separate programs for today. And I end up switch and say, no, you can't do it. There's so many things to talk. I want to talk whole day.
I can understand when you see the
Thank
suffering.
You. Thank you, bro.
Well, I'll be sending some supporting information this evening on bonus and all of that, what I know of the oil business.
Thanks. Thank you.
You have a good night, Glenn.
You too. Thanks. Have a good one.
Last question, Mr. Lall,
Yeah.
from me. Follow up on last week. A listener called and said Trump was able to cancel contracts with China. Why can't we do the same?
Exactly. Not only China, Trump canceled contracts. Trump demanded that many countries, the entire Europe, this is one off my head, the entire Europe, Trump, the US were paying 2% to have US secure Europe. And Trump said, no way, man. We are spending millions, hundreds of millions to be security guards for you people. And you pitching in a cent? No, if you want security, pay me.
UN.
Yeah. The entire thing, you might change up. There's so many things.
Yeah,
but let's stick with our business
but
here.
Quickly, you mentioned the law limiting the amount of oil blocks to just 60.
60.
How old is that law? It's just new to me. That's
Your law. It's your law. When you make it Forget about it. Let me just get going.
But it's there. Could you explain briefly what's ring fencing?
Listen, your rape law is rape law.
All right. Could you explain what's ring fencing?
Ring fencing, I want to do a special program on
ring fencing.
On ring fencing. Ring fencing is basically to safeguard, to protect money, protect costs. One cost moving to another project, In a quick nutshell, you buy a sledgehammer to give the carpenter to work here, right? You pay 10,000 for the sledgehammer, and you send the man over there to do the same thing with sledgehammer over there. Do you pay the same money for over there than here?
Okay.
No,
it's different.
the sledgehammer
It's a
money
different
got to
project.
come out there, right?
Yeah.
Right, similar to
So
that.
basically,
But
that's
it's big, it's billions of US dollars. I'm going to do a program on it maybe for
Okay.
Wednesday.
Thank you.
So you got a full understanding, I'll break it down. But it's billions of dollars. It's something should have been stopped from the time they drill the first well. It should have been plugged right there, stop right there. Immediately. Right now we're losing, oh my God, I'm going to tell you, man.
We losing a lot.
A lot.
Everything.
Well, we
The money, I could tell you offhand, right? Offhand, I could tell you this. The money we get last year on the oil, we done lose 3 times of that.
Okay.
3 times. We done lose, as I speak here now.
We losing.
We lose 3 times of that by not having ring fencing. And the hurtful part, I'm talking to a friend yesterday and he says, the radio station, I'm saying, we find oil, more money. Oh my gosh, I could not believe this thing.
Yeah, Mr. Lall, from a general perspective, who are we selling the oil to?
Well, that's another question. That has several questions that I wanted to ask our leaders. It's not who we're selling it to. It's the arrangement, the terms and conditions as to how it's being sold, if it's being sold, how we are being paid royalty. Man, that question alone has 1,000 questions behind it.
Okay.
Right? It's not very easy to answer on a one shot because we don't know.
Understood.
We don't know. We're not even getting, those are the type of information the government and ExxonMobil should have thrown out there. Tell us who's buying, when they're buying, the price we're getting.
What's the cost it's selling at?
What's the everything.
All right.
There's 1,000 questions on that alone that I would like to sit down and ask. Yeah? We go take a vodka.
Yes.
And coconut water. It's Friday, man.
It's Friday. So,
Guys,
your closing remarks.
Guys, thank you for listening. Hope you join me Monday night. I'll be speaking on bonuses. Bonus. The same thing you kill yourself for every year end. But this type of bonus doesn't make you feel happy on Christmas and New Year's alone. The type of bonus that I'll be speaking about on Monday, when you get to understand, it's a bonus that you can live with for a lifetime. Have a good night and God bless again. Thank you.
Have a good night.
But
Thank you
Mr.
for
Lall,
listening.
The third world is not poor. You don't go to poor countries to make money.